Welcome back. Still watching ET now, where not only the markets, but there's a lot of action on the M&A deal front as well, especially in the financial services space. The one deal which everybody is talking about in the last couple of days is the Max Life, Max Financial and Axis Bank deal. It is not a complete surprise. The association is almost a decade long, but the deal was seen coming, and now the final announcement has actually happened. The street is quite excited. Both Axis Bank and Max Financial stocks were excited, so street gave it a thumbs up. So we've got a very special and exclusive interaction planned with somebody who's in the hot seat, who's also in the thick of this transaction and has been an old hand as far as the Max Financial as a company, Max Life is concerned. I'm talking about Prashant Tripathy of Max Life Insurance, the MD and CEO. He has been with the company for almost those 2 decades of being built the company to among the top 5 life insurers in the company, and have been associated with Axis Bank partnership also for very long. Prashant, good afternoon, and thank you very much for chatting with us. Congratulations to you and your entire team. Me and my colleagues have spoken to you about the possibilities of this deal for a very long time. Street had been working their numbers, and now this is official. Though the hump of the regulatory nod, which is likely to happen in the next 6-9 months, is still there. But how does it feel for you, who have been, seeing this stitch brick by brick for such a long time?
Thank you very much, first of all, for your kind words, and thank you for your best wishes. The feelings are really excited, enthusiastic, optimistic, motivated, raring to go, very proud, relaxed. So all those things may be put together in one place. That's the feeling.
Right. Prashant, Axis Bank already held 5% stake, and now additional stake purchase. They almost become a promoter now as far as the company goes. Talk to us about how the relationship is strengthened. You got what, almost 40,000 crore worth of premium with this partnership. How is this partnership, the way it is getting metamorphosized into a promoter now, gets strengthened and it becomes bigger going forward? How meaningful does it become going forward?
That's a very good question. First of all, let me talk about the history. We have always shared a very strong and very special bond with Axis Bank. They have been our largest distributor for a very long time. They contribute anywhere between 50 to 55% of our new sales. And our relationship, our solidarity, our working together, the teams working together has all been always of top-notch order, and it's been nothing short of spectacular, very, very healthy relationship that we have shared in past. Together, we have achieved big milestones. We have done more than 10,000 crore, 12,000 crore of new sales. We have done, as you mentioned, large AUM, large renewal income. So it's been a fantastic journey so far. Now, once you look ahead, I think it's going to be even better. They're taking the position of a promoter. They're taking a position of a participant in the joint venture, partner being the third largest private bank, having strong financial muscle power, having the know-how, having the bandwidth, is going to help us in a very significant manner. It will give a lot of tailwind. It will position it really strongly with respect to our competition, and it will create a kind of bond which is far beyond where we are today. A lot many times there were questions around solidity and continuity of the relationship. I think all those issues, all those concerns stand sorted, and we are outlooking a very bright future working alongside Axis Bank.
If you could help us put some numbers in context, Prashant, Axis Bank relationship accounts for almost 50% of your business. How do synergies of this transaction actually take that number higher?
I think the objective is not simply to take that number higher, which means do higher percentage of sales from Axis Bank. That will not be the first step, but I think the important thing will be to have this partnership going on for a very long period of time, which means it creates stability in Max Life Insurance as a platform. It unlocks a lot of value, which was kind of dissipated because of uncertainties. It unlocks a lot of value, and the shareholders have chosen to share those values amongst themselves. As far as Max Life Insurance is concerned, we are quite focused on remaining a multi-channel distribution network. We have made a lot of investment in growing our own channels, and we will like to remain multi-channel. So from an overall contribution perspective, I'm 100% sure that Axis Bank coming on board as a promoter is going to give an impetus to our growth rate, and we anticipate that once things stabilize post-COVID to continue to grow closer to about 18 to 20%. The objective will also be to achieve similar growth rates, not just simply from Axis Bank, but also from our own channels and other distribution partners, so that collectively the organization continues to maintain the trajectory of high growth of closer to 20%. So that is the first prize. However, the degrees of freedom and the leverage that comes is also from know-hows, is also from governance, which is, of course, they're going to participate in, and things around the fact that we will have better leverage to play with product mix, ability to drive customer-centric product designs, co-create the products, improve the margin together, working alongside each other. I'm sure we look forward to the know-how and expertise that Axis Bank has, Mr. Chaudhary has with respect to running a life insurance business. I'm sure those things will definitely have a positive rub-off on the growth of Max Life Insurance.
Right. Prashant, can you also help us understand, for the benefit of our viewers, the put option clause which is also built in this transaction? Suppose there are some unforeseen hurdles this deal or transaction, the proposed transaction, finds itself heading into, then, can you explain that?
I'm very happy that you asked this question, and there are many people who are asking that question. Let me clarify one more time. When you get into a deal and a contract, contract actually works on all kinds of scenarios, and you kind of continue to build and see, we'll try this. If this doesn't happen, we'll try that. If that doesn't happen, we'll try that, etc. So really, a put option is an option available for Axis Bank. However, one needs to be focused around the probability of that option to be triggered. In my mind, that's really a remote possibility. We have to keep in mind that first, Max Life Insurance and Max Financial are going to try a merger, subject to, of course, regulatory approvals. And that's really a first prize, because that will create a very clean structure, a listed entity. And then the second option, for example, for some reason that is not materialized, the second option is with the bank actually to swap up their shares and move over from a life insurance business to Max Financial Services. That's the second option. I am reasonably sure that, or nearly 100% sure that one of these two options will definitely materialize. If those two options don't work out, then we come to the third option, which is around the put option. Now, hence, the possibility of put option is quite limited, number one. Number two, we are talking about that event 6-7 years down the line. And I think by then, Max Life Insurance will have a really large entity having very large embedded value as well as valuation. And if that eventuality were to come up, we will see, how to manage that. But, it suffices to say that a contract always covers all kinds of remote possibilities. That's the essence of contract. But practically speaking, it is highly unlikely that we'll be going down that path.
Right. Prashant, the environment has given a lot of tailwind to the sector you're representing. I'm sure the company must be, your company was one of the earlier ones to go towards the digital model of, the term plans. And now everybody's also actively kind of inculcating everybody to buy insurance digitally, and that's the way perhaps COVID also must have given a good impetus to that. Talk to us about some color on the growth which lies ahead now that this big uncertainty which market saw in your stock price, the uncertainty is getting over.
Yes, that's a good question. I think future belongs to being on digital medium, and we were trying very hard collectively as an organization, as an industry, and as perhaps mankind to digitize ourselves really quickly. And until the COVID hit us, about close to about 2.5 to 3% of our sales used to be fully digital, which means one doesn't need to meet with the customer. The entire solicitation process, onboarding process, underwriting process, policy issuance, everything will happen digitally. As things stand today, 100% of our sales is digital, and almost all the policies that we are receiving are coming to us digitally. You'll be surprised to know that in the month of April so far, the number of policies that we have received, the number is actually more than what we received in the April of 2019, which means we are doing a remarkable job, digitally procuring our policies. And while at a total sales number, we still need to catch up, but the number of policies is similar or higher than last year. So digitization as an effort is playing a big role. I'm fairly excited about the opportunities that COVID will create for us in terms of learning new tricks. One more thing which is happening is a fundamental level is it is also causing change in consumer behavior. Change in consumer behavior actually happens out of events like these. And I'm very happy that it will be causing positive rub-off on our business. Now, at a total level, am I saying that COVID is a good thing to have? The answer is no. Of course, it has impact on business. But under the current circumstances, Max Life Insurance is learning new tricks. It is building new skills. And I'm sure when we come out of COVID scenario, we will be far more stronger. I think the productivities will go up and digitization will have a disproportionately positive impact on the business.
Mr. Tripathi, you've always been very candid in our previous interactions on our channel in, if not giving the precise number, but given on a target what you're working for. With this, this shift which has happened, the one you're talking about, and also the environment got shaken, what kind of growth or operating numbers are you targeting if one were to talk out 12 to 24 months far ahead?
I think the best of gurus at this point of time will not be able to predict what's going to happen. Really, quite dependent on how things unfold and how things evolve, how long the lockdown continues, how fast the vaccine were to come. Really, before COVID hit us, I was working on a plan to have a strong double-digit, high-teen, close to 20% kind of growth numbers. Of course, that's come under challenge considering COVID has hit us. So over a short period of time, one is definitely trying until the lockdown is there, until the movement of people is restricted, to come as close as possible to where we were last year. So really, try something which is in the positive zone, which I think will be a very remarkable achievement considering where we are. Now, that's really the desire, that's really the aspiration with which we are working. I have gone to the board, honestly, this time to propose that we will roll out the business plan in the month of June rather than our normal cycle of doing it in the month of March, because by then more trends will be visible, will be at least will be wiser in terms of knowing how the future will unfold. So really at this point of time, I don't have a distinct answer. Without COVID, number is closer to 20. With COVID, we need to work through to see how the future unfolds. But suffices to say that with whatever we have seen in terms of our progress, I remain, quite a cliched word, but I'll use that, cautiously optimistic about our future.
All right, Mr. Tripathi, I'll let you go on that one. Congratulations to your entire team once again. And thank you very much chatting with us, explaining the contours and what lies ahead for the company now that this deal has come in. Finally, guys, with that, it's back to you. I think the stock also, once the deal was actually announced, started doing relatively better off, because one overhang which the market actually saw on the company was getting lifted. Brokerages talking about erosion of that discount. With that, we'll take a break. On the other side, more deal talk coming in. There's a subsidiary of Mahindra Financials, Mahindra AMC, in which Manulife has bought out 49% stake. We'll discuss that transaction on Newsroom after this very short break.